Just a thought on facing Alexander Ovechkin and just what he's doing, and you kind of marvel at the fact that he's still as potent offensively as he's ever been.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get to play against him, it's a game where you see where he's at, and you know when he's on the ice. So he doesn't need much space, much time to score goals. Obviously, we've seen lots of that over the years, but it's always a special game playing against the best players.
Is there any way in your years that you can try and slow him down, try and defend him? Like what kind of their strategies going up against a guy like that?
Well, I think you don't ever want to take penalties, but it's hockey, so that happens. Like any good player, you try to take their time and space away, know where they are on the ice, when they're on the ice, things like that. It's no different really than any other great player, but with Alex, his shot is so deadly that even you could be close, be on him, and he still gets it off. It's that powerful, and he's proven that time and time again.
Have you ever been able to pinpoint what you guys are doing well when Jay first took over the team, and then kind of what you got away from that a little bit, or is it just a matter of just trying to find your game? But is there a kind of a difference, do you see, between the team that he took over, when he took over, and the team that's kind of sliding a little bit now?
Not really. I think that, we've played a lot of games here. It was a long road trip, going the road. How many different cities have we been in a short amount of time? That is what it is. I'm sure it's like that for every team, but that's the way it is. And I think that we played a good, hard game last game in Calgary against a really good team that's won a lot of their games recently. So it was close. It was right there. It was 2-1. So that's kind of what we go off of, head into this game against another tough challenge for us with when we're missing guys and other guys stepping up. So I think it's been good.
Duncan, sorry, right back here. In Chicago, you were with Kane and Taves, and they had lots of pressure to produce and had that on their shoulders a lot of nights. Here, it's obviously McDavid and Draisaitl. What do you see from these two when maybe they've gone through a little bit of a stretch where they're fighting or the results aren't there for the team? What do you see from those two in terms of the efforts they make to try and find their game? Leon was really honest the other night after the game, basically said, this is our responsibility. We have to figure this out, meaning him and McDavid. Just evaluate the pressure that's on them and how you think they handle it.
Oh yeah, I think they feel a lot of responsibility, but at the end of the day, it's on everybody. It's not just two guys. It's not just them. It's on all of us to pull our weight and find a way to get some wins. It was a close game last game, and we were right there. I think maybe if we could have got one on the power play, but. Penalty killers are good too. You're not going to score. I don't think it's ever a good recipe to be reliant on the power play to win games. I think the focus is 5-on-5 play, and I thought last game we were right there with Calgary, a good team, and with a lot of guys missing and a tough schedule. So that's where we're at right now, and I think Connor and Leon absorb and take a lot of responsibility because they feel the pressure. They want to win here. They've been here for a while now. They care about the city and the fans and the organization. So I think that's natural and that's good. That's why we're lucky to have two players that are so good like that care. But at the end of the day, it's on all of us. It's not just two guys.
So the results recently haven't been what you want them to be. But I get the sense that as a team, you feel you're putting a higher quality game on the ice more often right now than maybe you were in December and before. Do you believe that as a group? And do you see that the quality of the game you're throwing out there is different now?
I think so. I mean, there's certainly things that we've got to improve on and we need to improve on. We've been working on them. But as far as the team game overall, I think we've been much better over the last 10 games or so, as opposed to even the first 10 games. When we won all 10 games the first start of the season. So you know, the situation we're in right now is at the end of the day, we need to try to get wins and get points, and it's a tight race. And I think that if we just continue to have that team first mentality where we play a good team game, we're going to get points most nights.
Duncan, you play with Broberg. You play with young defensemen in Chicago before you came here too. What do you see from Broberg as a young defenseman?
Yeah, I like him. He's a big, strong guy. And I think that his size alone allows him to play a certain game. And, you know, I think just it's only been a few games, but we've developed a little bit of chemistry, and that's got to continue to progress there. But I like, you know, he's got a lot of confidence joining the play, and you know, he's got offensive ability as well. He snuck right in there against Calgary, right in the slot. Really nice play on the blue line to sneak in and create an opportunity for us. I think that was in the third period. Might have been the first, but you know, there's lots there. He's a big, strong guy, and you know, he's just starting out. So it's a good sign for the team and the organization.
Duncan, following up on Ryan's question, when you're in a situation like this, what did guys like Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane do to lead a team? And kind of, do you see similar characteristics in Connor and Leon to be able to kind of lead a team in a situation like this?
I think I already talked about that already. I don't know what you want me to say more on that.
No, is there something specifically that they need to do, that they need to say in the room, or is it just as a team you follow guys like that?
I think at the end of the day, it's about us playing our, you know, individually, you try to play your best hockey, and that's ultimately the best way to lead, I think, is to try to play your best. And those guys, and, you know, Kane, Toews, and Draisaitl, McDavid, you know, those guys are where they're at because they're competitive and they want to be the best, and they're right there in that group of players that always gets talked about as being the best. So, you know, we just need them, like everybody else, to play hard and within the structure of the team game, and they've been doing that, and we're gonna, you know, continue to chip away and get better and break through here.